Are you thinking about your retirement? Do you find yourself wondering if your savings will last for the next 30 years? Especially when costs are rising and the market is unpredictable. It's a tough question, and one that often causes stress for people at the start of their retirement journey. But what if there was a way to make retirement planning feel stress-free, giving you both security and freedom in your golden years? In this video, we'll explore 4 key strategies that can help you plan your retirement with confidence and peace of mind. If you're tired of worrying about your financial future, stick with us, and by the end of this video, you'll be on your way to planning a more peaceful retirement. Building a financial cushion for peace of mind. Let's start with one of the most crucial steps in retirement planning: building a financial cushion. Think of it like a safety net, a cushion to fall back on that makes sure you're not scrambling if something unexpected happens. Imagine you've just retired, and you need a steady income to cover your monthly expenses. But what if those expenses start to creep up due to inflation, or if you face an unexpected medical emergency? Let's take the example of someone, let's say a 60-year-old father, who needs 60,000 Indian rupees per month just to cover his basic household expenses. That's 7.2 Indian rupees lakhs per year. However, we all know that inflation will drive those costs higher every year. Even if inflation is just 8%, after a couple of years, those expenses are going to rise, making it more difficult to maintain the same lifestyle. Now, here's where the financial cushion comes in. The first thing this person needs to do is set aside enough money to cover these expenses for the next 2 to 3 years. This is what I like to call the sleep bucket. Why? Because when you know that you have money set aside for the next few years, you sleep peacefully at night, not stressing about what's going to happen if the market goes down or if an unexpected bill arrives. You've already planned for it. This cushion should be safe and liquid, meaning the money should be easily accessible and protected. That could mean putting it in things like fixed deposits, a savings account, or liquid mutual funds, places where your money is stable, even if the market is volatile. Now imagine that the father has this sleep bucket set up. He doesn't have to worry about dipping into his long-term investments to cover any immediate needs. He can enjoy his retirement without stressing about his next bill or the economy. Growing your wealth in the medium term. Now, the next step is to think about the medium term. After you've secured your short-term needs, you need to focus on the next 5 to 10 years. This bucket is all about growth, not too aggressive, but enough to outpace inflation and ensure that your long-term savings don't lose value. Imagine this father again. We know he'll need more money as time goes on, especially with inflation. What happens in 5 years, when his expenses might rise from $9,600 per year to around $13,000 per year? Or in 10 years, when his expenses could shoot up to $19,000 per year? You can see how quickly expenses can grow, and relying only on cash or fixed deposits is no longer enough. That's why the medium-term bucket is so important. It should be invested in balanced funds or a mix of equity and debt that grows steadily. These funds won't make you rich overnight, but they'll keep pace with inflation while offering some protection from market downturns. If you set aside $30,000 to $35,000 here, your wealth will grow over time, allowing you to replenish the short-term bucket when it runs out. But here's the best part. This bucket isn't just about covering basic expenses. It's about having the flexibility to live your life. Want to take a family vacation in year 5? Maybe you want to buy a new car or help pay for a child's wedding. All of that is possible when your medium-term bucket is doing its job. By growing this medium-term bucket, you not only secure your lifestyle in the years ahead but also keep your retirement stress-free. You don't need to worry about every dollar and cent. You've got a balanced approach that gives you some room to enjoy life, preparing for the long-term future. Now, let's dive into the most important part of retirement planning, the long-term bucket. This is where the real magic happens. While the first 2 buckets are about stability and balance, the long-term bucket is where your money starts working for you. This bucket takes care of expenses that come after 10 years of retirement, ensuring that you're financially set even in your 70s, 80s, and beyond. Inflation is a sneaky beast, and it doesn't stop when you retire. The cost of living continues to rise. So, if the father's current expenses are $9,600 per year, in 10 years, they could double to $19,000. In 20 years, that same lifestyle could cost $40,000 per year. Without a solid long-term growth engine, the money could quickly run out. Here's where the long-term bucket comes in. It's designed to outpace inflation and ensure that you can continue living comfortably as costs rise. The best way to do this? Equity mutual funds, index funds, and diversified equity portfolios. These assets have historically outperformed inflation over long periods, even though they can be volatile in the short term. Think about this. If you have $55,000 invested in the long-term bucket and it earns an average return of 11% per year, in 10 years, it could grow to $150,000. In 20 years, it could grow to $400,000. This is the kind of growth that ensures you're not only covering rising expenses but also building wealth that can be passed down to future generations. This bucket also serves a few crucial purposes. Late life healthcare. As you age, medical expenses can skyrocket. Having a long-term growth engine ensures that you can cover unexpected healthcare needs without selling your home or other assets. Sustaining your lifestyle. In your later years, you'll want to maintain your independence and dignity. The long-term bucket ensures you don't become financially dependent on others. Leaving a legacy. Whether it's for your children or a cause close to your heart, this bucket allows you to leave a meaningful legacy without compromising your own comfort in retirement. The importance of disciplined withdrawals. One of the most important aspects of a successful retirement plan is discipline. You can have the best retirement savings strategy, but if you don't follow through with disciplined withdrawals, it can quickly unravel. This means resisting the temptation to dip into your long-term bucket for short-term needs. Remember, this bucket is designed to grow over time, and the longer the money stays invested, the stronger it becomes. By following a structured withdrawal plan, you can ensure that each bucket is doing its job. For instance, once the short-term bucket is exhausted, you can tap into the medium-term bucket to refill it. The long-term bucket should only be touched for major expenses or when it's absolutely necessary. This discipline is what allows retirement to be truly stress-free. You don't have to worry about running out of money in the future if you stick to the plan and manage your withdrawals carefully. Retirement planning doesn't have to be a source of stress. With the right strategies, it can be an exciting new chapter in your life. By setting up short-term, medium-term, and long-term buckets, you can ensure that your money works for you at every stage of retirement. So, what are you waiting for? If you're in your 30s, 40s, or 50s, it's time to start thinking about how you want to live in retirement and how you're going to make that a reality. If you found these strategies helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel for more practical tips on managing your finances and making your retirement planning stress-free. Take control of your future today and start building your stress-free retirement plan now. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.